I start off by saying, made a new channel. And I went into a bit in the description, but I'll just mention it quickly now. Um, I heard a few people mentioning it's much better for the algorithm to have channels split between focused content. So one for live streams, one for recordings, one for clips and shorts and stuff. I don't know if I'll get into the clips and shorts, but for this stage, I figured I might as well make one for the live videos. And we'll see how that goes. And I'll still keep the main channel for the hideout showcases and other miscellaneous recorded content. But yeah, so that's nice and simple. And I figured I barely have any subscribers at this stage, so it doesn't hurt to just give it a go and split them up at this point. It might work out well in the future. So yeah, that's that. I figured for the sake of making a quick stream, I'll jump into the old Big Turt hideout. Haven't released this one yet, and I don't think it's quite finished. But I spent about 10 hours or so, and I haven't been timing myself, but it's definitely over 10 hours at this stage. As I've mentioned to some people on Twitter, the vibes from the default hideout, like if I reclaim all and then use default, just the general vibes of this was really nice. And the default hideout decorations for this hideout, pretty good time. And I'll do a little walk around just so people can see. But yeah, bloody nice hideout. And I didn't really want to do like a full transition of like the vibe of just kind of greenery in space. Because I usually like to fully transform hideouts and transform the environments to completely different things. Like for a fire theme or something here, it'd be quite difficult, especially because if you do reclaim all, there's still some bushes that you can't remove and this big tree. So it'd be hard to work around that if you're doing like a full fire lava theme. You could do it, but it would be a bit challenging. And I might try it at some point, but because you could probably cover a lot of these up with like the lava, there's like a comb rock or something, like a red rock, and they can get quite large, so maybe you could. But you could also just leave a bit of greenery in and have it like burning trees everywhere as well, and you could make it work. But anyways, I liked the vibe. I was definitely keen on just keeping that, so if I bring it back in now, yeah, it's keeping that nice shrubbery, but going a bit further with it. And just making it a bit more lush. And then I also liked, because it is like celestial type vibes, I liked bringing the idea of the solar lunar influence. I've got a little sun in there with these mosaics going around with the sun pattern, and then a moon on this side in that little thingo. What are they called? The bloody gazebos, yeah. Yeah, so that's that. It's not quite done. I think up here I might do some changes. And I'm still not sure on this little golden, the Lightbringer Curious I've got over here. I like that it just fits over this pond decoration. And you can't really do anything else in that area because you can't get over there, like the pond is blocked off. But I like that that's like the right size and shape for it. But what I would want to do is find some columns to fit up under it, or even better, some like transparent planes of glass almost, and box that in. But I don't think that's a decoration that I could find or mock up, but we'll see. I haven't fully explored the options in that area, but we'll see. But I do generally like the look, so I'll try and make it work. Some of these other areas need a little bit more refining and polishing as well. I will mention this hideout when I do eventually share it and release it. It probably won't be usable by many people just because of the decorations I've got in here, as is. But it's a pretty easy, I don't know, like If people haven't done any hideout editing before, maybe it'll be a bit annoying, but swapping out elements that don't load in. Why is my stream doing this? I can see it flashing black in the preview thing down there. Maybe I did change my settings slightly, and I don't know if I can do this on the fly, but it looks like I might be able to output change it back. I set my bitrate to 25,000 kbs, but I might have to keep it at 20. I don't know if that'll change on the fly. Hopefully it will, and maybe that'll fix the flashing that's going on. Otherwise, I'll have to keep an eye on that and just make sure it's not happening going forward. Maybe more test streams just to make sure. But hopefully my audio is coming through fine. I also changed some of those settings recently. But as I was saying, I'm also getting these lag spikes. God damn. Well, we'll do some more test streaming soon. But yeah, like this Atlas device, that was the top tier core packs are not. I mean, apparently lots of people want the Voidborn pack, so maybe not a lot of people do have it, but I certainly wouldn't expect most players to have that. So you could just find another similar size map device. Even the stock large one might be good, or you could certainly use a small one in that spot too. Or even the Harvest one would be nice. That was a lower tier pack at some point. That was quite good, and you could definitely slot that in there. It should be fine. It just won't fit the largest map devices out there. So I don't think those ones from the recent mystery box would be that great in there. You could probably make Axolotl one kind of work, but the theme might not be quite right because it's a bit red. Bell Tower's probably too large. The Timekeeper's one's probably a great size, to be honest. Again, my stream is definitely flashing down there, so I apologize for that. And if it's too annoying, just switch tabs and listen, because I'm not really showing anything at the moment. But yeah, the Timekeeper's map device should be good size. Even Sacrificial might be about the right size, but it might be too big, and that definitely will be too big. The Wheel of Pain, I think, is one of the largest map devices around. And the Astrolab would definitely be fine too, because that's normal, small size. It's interesting that there's like different sizes, because like the default one just has small and large, but like I'm pretty sure the Solar map device is kind of like in between. It's like medium size. That's definitely giant, so yeah. But yeah, the Mage Bloom one is what I was thinking would probably work quite well, especially in this theme. I just find the Solar one to be even nicer. So yeah, I'm sticking with that personally. Then I also have this statue here, which is extremely exclusive because that was from the Exile hideout. But when I make a hideout, I make it primarily for myself first. And then, as I said, if the doodads don't load in, you just swap it out for something else. It'd probably be fine even just without it. It does come with a few extra shrubs, but yeah, it's fine. Without that, probably would be good. I still need to place in more NPCs and get that all right as well. And that's annoying that it continuously does that, so I might change back to the normal harvesting bench. I don't want it to be randomly pulsing. I didn't know it did that. So yeah, that's that. Really cool hideout though, and I would encourage anyone that is interested in this hideout while the pack's available to pick it up at some point, because we don't get hideouts this cool that often. It's annoying because the recent hideouts I released on my other channel, the All at Sea and the Sky one, with all the wooden panels, I was really keen on those hideouts. I like them a lot. And I was planning on using them in this league, and I might for a little bit here and there, but I feel like the big turt's going to be the main boy. It's just too cool. So yeah, that's that. Still not sure what I'm doing for League Start, build-wise. I'm so tempted to do Archmage of something, but I just feel like it's a bit bait without the crazy mana regen charms when you've consumed a corpse recently from last league, or the current league, as we speak. So yeah, without that it might just be a bit too painful, but I'm still really tempted because the new Archmage buff to the gem is super interesting. So, I don't know, I'm kind of vibing it, but we'll see. I don't know what else I'm interested in playing, that's the main thing. That's got the main draw on me at the moment, so if I don't think of anything else, I'll probably just go it and give it a go. Definitely have to gonna try and fix this bloody flickering that I'm getting though. Am I on Vulcan still? Yeah. So weird. Triple buffering. Frame rate stability, eh? Double for best latency. Oh, that's disabled. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think I prefer latency. Priority. Probably change my bloody lighting down a bit. I think I put it all maxed out when I was making a hideout showcase. Okay, so that improves the shadows quite a bit. But also when you're playing you won't notice that change really. And it's probably quite a... This cost is mostly fixed, increase the actions on screen or slightly increase the cost, but not very much. Okay, well maybe we'll leave that on high then. Don't cost too much on high, fair enough. We'll do that. But it's still bloody flickering. It might be an OBS issue. Oh, maybe it was because it had the update screen up on OBS on this computer. Asking to update, which I will not be doing. Unless that's the only fix for the flickering. But maybe just closing that will have fixed it. It hasn't flickered yet, I don't think. So that could be good. Maybe I'll do a quick map on my other character. Laughter. It is. That was still definitely flickering on the load screen just then, quite a bit. And just then as well. And maybe during... Ooh, game's locked up. Maybe crashed. Yeah, I'm guessing this is... Well, that's awkward. It's been crashing a bit lately, since the most recent patch, so I'm worried for League Start. Hopefully other people are experiencing this and have reported it, and it's being looked at. I've updated all my drivers, so I realistically should be fine, but it's something's not happy. Could also just be the big turtle hoe, but hopefully not, because I like it. Stasherino, that's a bit flickery. Just jump on in. Probably won't be using this portal in that hideout, but I haven't changed it, so is what it is. And this performance is horrendous. I don't know what's going on. But it's not a good time, that's for sure. Maybe I need to manually delete the cache again, because I did very temporarily try out DX12, because that's out of beta now. So I was kind of interested in that. Oh yeah, there's definitely some shader issues going on. That shouldn't be an issue, because they're like separate files and the other one shouldn't be loaded. Well, that's risky. Doesn't really matter if I die though, to be honest. Just prefer not to. But yeah, it's this choppy performance. New League is looking so good though, so I really hope there's no issues there. I'm so glad that a Frostblink of Wintry Blast has it's been nerfed for some users, but not really mine. Like self-cast of it with Echo and fast casting, like this is, I mean, I've got a lot of cast speed on this character, so like it's not entirely representative of what it's like for all characters, but it's still really nice, without anything too crazy. So I'm looking forward to doing that again next league for my primary movement on basically every build I run, because it's just good. But yeah, the triggered setup for it in Poe's Pen and stuff has definitely been nerfed, and deservedly so. I think that stuff just gets a bit too nutty, and with very little comparable investment, I think. Kind of, like, it's a focused build and you can't do much else with it, but yeah, it's not like you have to reach out for a bunch of cast speed and stuff. Just gotta get that cooldown to an appropriate level and then your attack rate to a specific point, I think. Something like that. Glad this skill's being kind of butchered too. Fennis Brand. It'll still be good in softcore, but I think for hardcore with defensive investment it might not reach as good a numbers, at least for clear. Probably still be fine for bossing. With good gear. But yeah. The ramp up for clear already doesn't feel too great, but because the damage is so high on most setups, it's fine. But like my build, for example, is not fully maxed out for this skill, because I used to have it as a anime weapon of self-reflection, because that was just funny. But it wasn't very good, sadly. And I don't think the buff of adding one extra weapon is going to be quite enough to save it in a lot of uses. Although it is strong for a softcore setup with that invert Ellie Res sword. The name isn't coming to me right now, but that sword's pretty wild with the animated weapon of self-reflection, apparently. I still haven't actually looked into footage of that, but I've heard people going on about it, so it must be alright. I don't know why I'm putting these on, because I probably won't be finishing, like, killing enough mobs for that to matter. The other day I played a few hours and got my challenges up to 28. I don't think I can be bothered going further than that. I was only going to go to 26, but 2 off 28 might as well, you know. But the jump to 32, I don't think I can be bothered. They're like annoying ones that I haven't really gotten much completion of, because I didn't play too much this league. And the part that I played the most of this league was Heist, just because I wanted to farm a simplex, which I did. So that funded everything else, which is good. I may even do the same next league, we'll see. Because I do it. It's weird. Heist is like the biggest meme, and everyone says they hate it, and it's true for a lot of people. I do hate it so much, but I know if you just chill in there, just go through it. It's very expectable content. Like, you know what you're in for. Straightforward, not crazy, risky or anything. The mobs in there can get a bit cooked, but if you're not rolling them super hard, they should be pretty straightforward. I'll have to watch back this VOD and make sure that, see if that's been flickering still. It might have fixed itself, hopefully. But again, my streaming settings didn't change when I tried to change them just then. It'll be on the next stream, so maybe that was the issue, because I did change the upload bitrate to be an extra 5 megasecond, which I don't see why that would create the flickering from the other thing, from my other OBS on my desktop, but um, um, yeah. So that's probably about it. That's probably all I need to do for streaming this morning. Just wanted to update everyone, if anyone even sees this, because it's on a new channel and all that, but at least I'll be able to post this to my Twitter and whatnot and get everyone in the loop. I'll certainly be streaming on this channel at launch, League launch, and there forward, and then maybe I'll try and pick out clips from here and put it on my main even, or I'll make a bloody clips channel as well. We'll see. I don't know. I'm like super. I don't want to go too hard on like putting effort into little bits and pieces like this, but you probably need to make that first little hump. But I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's the little update. Yeah, I've also got. I mean, before I end it, as for audio, I activated NVIDIA Broadcast. So you probably can't hear claps and stuff, which is cool. Like it just cuts out a lot of that stuff. Like, yeah, beautiful. If it's not a voice, it'll try and cut it out. Unless I'm currently speaking and something happens in the background, sometimes that'll get through. But it seems like it's working pretty well, so I'll stick with that. But if anyone notices audio being a bit weird and things cutting out when they shouldn't, let me know. We'll see how we go. But I'll catch you next time for launch. Let me know if you've got any builds locked in. Always curious to hear what people are doing. I'll catch you later.